Hello, good morning. So, yeah. Last night I made the brilliant decision of finishing up a Mega Monster. And so from that, I started up on this sketch, which I really like. I like the idea of it. I was listening to a Giraffe Cat song while I was doing this. And yeah, I don't know where this is gonna go. At least this time I know where it started. Yeah, let's just get to it, my dudes. And through this, I will be sipping my coffee. Oh, yeah. Not much interesting stuff has happened today. Or not, well, yeah, not today because it's only 9 o'clock in the morning. But, well, no, interesting stuff has happened, just not today. Let's see, what has happened? Oh dear, where am I still on that? I finished JoJo Part 4 finally. Got around to doing that because now I've got access to Netflix. And Netflix decided to not be rude, and they put the rest of the JoJo parts up, which is great because Part 6. So yeah. Okay, oh dear, how many? Alright, let me look up some stuff real quick. Alright, cool beans. So, let's see. What else has happened? So I finished part 4 of JoJo. Found another lighter, so that was weird. Like, I already have one. Didn't need to find another one, but I did. Happens a lot, which is a little concerning. But it's okay, I guess. So, yeah. And I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with the outfit on this dude. I am super proud of the background, though. It just looks so cool. Very happy on that. I don't know, I wanted to do something kind of flowy, but at the same time I wanted... who am I kidding? I don't want to show off the legs. I suck at drawing legs. Let's see. What else? Oh yeah, so I was talking to my uncle today, and I was like, yeah, I finished this drawing. I was talking about the Technoblade one, and like, he was like, oh, that's nice. And I was like, and it's not JoJo related, which kind of surprised him a little bit, because I have a tendency to ramble on about JoJo. Like, a lot. It might be annoying to him. He hasn't said that it is specifically, but I get the feeling that it can get a bit much sometimes. Alright. So, he was like, wait, you did something and it wasn't JoJo? I was like, yeah. And so, I told him, like, the basic premise of what the Dream SMP is. Like, excuse me, a bunch of people going around fighting wars, having lore on Minecraft, He's like, you're gonna have to tell me more about this, because, like, he had to go to work. But, yeah. So, that did happen today. Alright, so we're gonna do a collar right here. This is all still in the sketch phase. Excuse me. Yeah, I think he's just... yes, hoodie. I think he's just more concerned about what on earth could have just, like, gotten stuck in my head more than the JoJo that's been stuck in my head for the past year, I think it's been. It's been about a year, yeah. It started in, like, December of 2019. December of 2019, then to December. 2 years. Has it been 2 years? Oh my gosh, it's been 2 years. Dang, okay. You know, I guess he's just kind of like wondering about that. Alright, so we're gonna do a hoodie. What do hoodies look like from the back again? Gosh. Honestly, the fact that I was able to do this hand right here is a miracle. Because regularly I suck at drawing hands. It either looks like boop, 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 boop. It usually looks something like this. And the fact that I was able to do this thing right here is a total miracle. I'm very happy about it. This one, it looks alright. It's not this glorious beast right here. Yeah, hoodie. Should I do an oversized or should I be like fitted hoodie? I don't know. Combination of both, maybe? Fitted at the arms, loose at the waist. I don't know. How many streams have I done? 1, 2, 3, 5? 5! Yay! With a total of like 5 views. There's more than 5. Happy about that. I like numbers. Like, whenever I first started this whole streaming thing, I didn't think that I would like the numbers as much as I do. But I'm seeing numbers, and it makes me happy. And I don't know why. Like, I'm actually confused on it. Okay, so I should probably do like a line down the back like that. That looks nice. I like that. What should I do for like the legs and stuff? Cause like I don't really like drawing. I don't like drawing butts. Okay, so like I don't know if it's because I suck at it, because I don't know what they look like, because I don't really go outside too often. I do go outside to walk the dogs. I do that. But usually I avoid people when I do that because the larger dog that I've got, which honestly, she's still very small. Like, she only goes up to my knee and I'm tiny. Like, I try to avoid people because the larger dog likes to fight everything. Like, she's sweet towards humans, yes. But if there is another dog within, like, I don't know, 5 yards of her location, or if she just sees another dog, she goes absolutely nuts. Like, she used to be pretty okay, like, pretty chill with other dogs. But then something happened, I don't know what, and now she just barks at every single dog. Doesn't matter if they're bigger than her, doesn't matter if they're smaller than her. She just goes nuts. put that there. Put one right there. Yep. Yeah, I don't know who this character's gonna be. I don't know them yet. I actually started working on a thing, and that thing I am very proud of, because it's like space villains. And it looks really neat, and I love it. Because I had designed some outfits a few months ago. I think I actually showed it on one of these streams. I don't remember, and I do not care to look through 7 hours of me rambling. But I got like these 5 space villain outfits. And so I am putting characters into them. Okay, let me see if I can find that. Nice. That one. Gosh darn it, not that one. It's a different one. But like this is... Yeah, no, this is not it at all. Because I've done 3 so far. And they're only showing me 2. Yeah, I'll get around to it. But yeah. I really like how the result turned out for the 3 that I've done. And I'm working on the 3rd one. Not right now because I haven't gotten any sudden things of inspiration yet. Honestly, it's like the whole Hard to Be the Bard song. Like, people just don't understand us that writers and menacing and is literally telling it and it's such a choice. Trying to find. But yeah, you're looking for just a bit of divine inspiration or divine intervention. And it's just like, at this point, I think the only divine intervention that I'm getting with any of my drawings is the amount of caffeine that I consume. Because, like I said in the description, this image right here, this sketch, this idea, came at 1 a.m., 2 hours after drinking a Monster. And the Techno one came also at 2 a.m. I don't think it came after drinking a Monster, though. It was just crazy. Like, the only divine intervention I'm getting from anywhere at this rate is just how much caffeine I consume at one time. And the type of caffeine I consume. Because if I have some good old Death Wish coffee, I'm just there. I just exist. Like, I do not get hyper from Death Wish. I think I've said this before. I don't know, I don't remember things. Alright, that looks good. Is that what a person looks... Is that what people look like? Is this how people look? Gosh. Well, like... I remember the first stream I was having issues with talking because I didn't know what to say and because I wasn't hyper whatsoever. That was because I was on Death Wish, which just keeps me awake, but it doesn't hyperize me. Now this Starbucks stuff, on the other hand, it actually tastes really good with just foamed milk. I really like it. It's good. Alright, I'm gonna put puffy sleeves because puffy sleeves make me happy. Also, it's a little chilly outside, so yeah. Yeah. Might be introducing my uncle to the Dream SMP, so that's gonna be fun. Can't wait to explain all that mess to him. So try. Oh gosh. I haven't even gotten through, like, timeline-wise, or like chronologically speaking, I am still only on like the very first stream. Because I haven't gotten around to watching all of it. And I don't want to skip parts in case there's important things in the middle of stuff. Because usually that's how that happens. It's gonna be a crazy time. Like, I know what's going on. I take that back. I do not know what's going on. Like, I saw some lore stream, like, recent. And that's what I do know. Yeah, that's about it. Alright, what else am I drawing? I think I'm gonna do like a cape or maybe like a... Gosh, what is that thing called? Like something wrapped around his waist. I might do that. But yeah, no, the other day, the Monday stream, I had to... So I had some issues with my mic, and I realized that the reason for that was because it was off. I didn't realize it. So I've got, like, this gaming headset that I've had for, like, 5 years, right? And apparently, like, well, there's a switch on it that turns the mic on and off. And what I didn't realize at the time, until, like, just today, was that it was switched off. I was in Discord a little bit earlier, and, like, I was trying to figure out why no one could hear me. So I was trying to talk to some people, and it was just not working. I was not being heard. And I was like, wait, is my microphone off? Is that the issue that I'm having? And it was. So that's why you get to listen to my gorgeous voice a little bit more. So yeah. Is this how arms look? Do arms go back this far? I want to say they don't, but at the same time I want to say they do because I don't want to mess with that. Oh gosh, they don't go back that far, do they? Oh, sure, man. Okay, hold on. I'm just so proud of that sleeve. Okay, just grab this entire thing. Boop. Transform. No. Just move it. I hate how much better that looks. Darn. Alright. Let's go to there. Eraser. Erase. So a few weeks ago I did a little... Sure, that's not how it looks either. I did a little... tiny little sketch and painting of One George Not Found. And I think it looks pretty good. And it looked so gosh darn good that I decided... Is that where arms go? And I decided to make another one. That was not a George. It was a Tommy. So now I've got 2 British chibis on my second screen. Like, they're physical pieces of paper that it's just on my screen. And they're really cute. I liked how they turned out. because, like, I figured out, hey, if I add more water to this watercolor, it becomes a lighter shade. Which is something I think I actually did learn in art class in school, but I just kind of forgot about it. So it never really did anything for me until now. Rays. And they're like about an inch big, and they're really cute. I like it. I'm gonna do more of them whenever I figure out how to incorporate, like, characters that have personalities and lore and all that mess into a tiny chibi form that's like an inch, gosh darn it, an inch tall. You know what? This is what an arm looks like. This is peak human performance right here. If this ain't you, sucks to suck. Yeah, that don't look too bad. Alright. Moving on. But yeah, I was revived by Cat. It is a revived Burr song. It is one of the coolest songs I've ever heard. And apparently it was so cool that Caffeine Mind Me was like, yes, we must draw this. Or something like it. And so the base color I actually took from I actually yoinked the color itself, like the little color picker, from the music video. And so yeah. And then the background just kind of came to be, because I wanted to use the dry marker brush, which is this one right here, and it goes, woo! Because, like, I was thinking, yeah, let's do, like, some gritty steampunk kind of vibe. And so I did. Ooh, I should add chains and stuff to that. Oh, gears. I actually had, like, some aesthetic reference photo images that I got off of Google web search, or Google image search. I should probably put those up. Hey, it's on my second screen, so y'all won't... Okay, maybe you would be able to see some of it. Okay, wait, hold on. Boom! Just a lot of, like, gears and things. Some stuff that kind of looks like Howl's Moving Castle, but, like, less color. So yeah, that's the kind of vibe that I'm going for. Like, just many things. I like the idea where it's headed right now. Like, lone person in some wacky dystopian world that's just been polluted by the actions of mankind. He's trying to fix everything, but it all just kinda turns him into the villain type of deal. And I just really like the concept. I mean, I'm absolutely BSing all of this, and I haven't given this any thought whatsoever, but I like the thought of all this. It's... In trying to right the wrongs of mankind, our main character becomes the villain. After seeing how badly the world is messed up. I'm trying not to curse because I don't know what the rules are on here. I probably should read, like, guideline things, but I suck at reading things. Like, if it's an interesting read, I will read. Gladly. All of it. Please give me more things to read. But rules are just so boring to read, so I'm just kind of just... censor everything until I know. I'll probably get it read to me, like through an audiobook kind of deal. Alright, hands. Please don't be messed up. Yeah. Okay. We've got that started. You know, sometimes I kind of feel like Internet Explorer. Like those Internet Explorer memes where it's just like, yes, I am totally doing this thing that is now trendy, but it's been like 5 years since that trend has passed. Like, honestly, it mostly has to do with like artists passing away, because it took me, I still don't even know when that was, like, Avicii, right? I think that's how you say the name. I did not know any of the stuff that I am currently reading. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, no, I didn't know any of this. Gosh, and it's been 3 years. Almost 4. And I didn't know about this stuff. Jeez. Okay, moving on. So how about that Area 21 raid? Wait, no, not Area... No. Gosh. 51. Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, Is it obvious that I fell asleep at like 2 in the morning? Okay, anyway, so, how about that Stone Ocean opening, am I right? I actually really am happy about that. Like, the style of the opening is just so nice. It doesn't really it reminds me of a lot of stuff that I used to listen to when I was younger. Probably because, like, that part is set in 2011, and 2011 is 10 years ago. Jeez. Like, I was about 10 at the time. Yeah, that would make sense. What was going on? Oh. Right. Right, so anyway, yeah, I think I was just, like, listening to a lot of music back then. Gosh, today's just been a train wreck in terms of this live stream. God, Coffee, come save me. Good shit. Good stuff. Good. Caramel. Oh, I'm glad no one watches these. Oh gosh. Where did my phone go? Did I even bring that downstairs? Apparently not. Whoops. I'll deal with that later. What else? Yeah, no, I am very much an Internet Explorer type of person. Sometimes I would use Internet Explorer to get around, like, stuff that was blocked by Custodio. Like, do I want to watch YouTube? Hey, Internet Explorer got me covered on that. But fortunately now I don't have to deal with that as much. Ears. just looking at the screen capture. It was very nice. I like that. But yeah, I was just listening to like a bunch of like steampunk vibe songs last night. And this was after drinking it was probably about 12 ounces of Monster. Because I had like, so I got a mega can, right? Like a giant resealable can of Monster. I got that on Saturday. Yeah, Saturday. So I had some on Monday. Because, yeah. And then I only drank like half the can at that point because there's 2 servings in it, right? So I drank the rest of it last night. I say rest of it because like I was taking sips of it throughout the day yesterday. I was like, that stuff's good, you know? Tastes like apple juice. I actually looked it up and it is indeed apple juice with a bit of a bubblegum flavoring tint to it. So I drank the rest of it last night at about 11 o'clock. And then at 1 in the morning, after watching so many TikToks, VODs, music, all that fun stuff, I finally got inspiration. And my gosh, I love how it looks. Probably gonna add some shadowy figures in the background. Because my gosh. Ah! The background is just so cool! I love how it looks. Much proud. I think I'm actually understanding why people say, do the background first. Like, I remember I went over to a friend's house a couple years ago, and we were doing, like, acrylic painting. And, like, she was obviously a lot better at it than me, because, like, I don't have money to paint stuff. I don't have the time. But, like, we were painting things, and she was like, yeah, I always paint in the background first before I start, like, putting in details. I'm like, haha, draw plushie. Make paint good. It kind of looked like trash because I didn't know how paint worked back then. I didn't really understand the concept of letting something dry and then painting over that. And at this point, I'm not entirely sure if I still do, like, understand, or if I don't. But it is what it is. I'm gonna stick to digital drawing as much as I can. I did get some new stuff from my grandma. Wait, what day is it today? I was at my grandma's for Thanksgiving, so yeah, it's been a while. It has indeed been. It's been like 3 weeks. Holy shoots. Dang. Okay. Let's see, what else has happened? I'm really taking this, like, video journaling thing seriously, aren't I? About time I took something serious. What else? Probably gonna start watching JoJo Part 5 after the stream. And after chores. Gotta do that. Ready to get my heart ripped out of my chest on that one. The thing is, I don't think anything can really prepare you for a character death in JoJo's. Just because it's just like, there's so many memes about these characters. And you see these memes and you understand what's gonna happen. but nothing can really prepare you for like the actual watching of it with the context. Like, I've watched so many Caesar memes before I finished part 2. Please don't come at me for spoilers, everybody knows what happens. And I was still absolutely sobbing at that one scene. I like that. That's like a villainous glare. Yeah, I was still crying so much at that one scene. And I don't know if it's because of the music or what. Speaking of the music, my gosh. So I was in a music appreciation class earlier this spring. And like for the first discussion board, we got to like write about our favorite song. So I, being the me that I be, decided to put Caesar's theme. Because I was like, heh, JoJo reference. And everybody's like, oh my gosh, it's such a beautiful song. And like, I'm like, yeah, it's a gorgeous aria. Good stuff right there, my dude. Everybody's just like, wait, so this is from that one anime about the buff men that do random stuff and it just all works out? Like, well, it doesn't always work out, but yes, it is from that one. They're just like, whoa, I only knew that because of like the crazy poses that everybody does. Like, yeah, that's what it's mostly known for, but they got some good stuff. They got some emotional stuff in there. And so yeah, that was a very proud moment for me that I got to incorporate JoJo into a college thing. I've actually done that a few times. Like, I want to say for a philosophy class, I managed to sneak in a Yoshikage Kira thing. Like, let us assume that there is a man that is 33 years old that is just trying to live a peaceful life. It was something like that. And I think I got some good grades on that one. But yeah. There's just a lot of stuff in JoJo that applies to real world stuff. Like, unfortunately not like the stand aspect of it, which kinda sucks, but what you gonna do? But the fact that a lot of the stuff that happens in it can be applied to real world stuff, like either through the philosophy of a character, like their motives for doing a thing, like you can analyze that stuff. Like, for example, I have an example, I swear. I'll figure something out later. Probably in about 10 minutes, maybe? Yeah. So I was actually planning on taking a nap about 45 minutes ago. I was on Discord talking to some random peeps, as I do. I was like, should I take a nap or should I start streaming? They were like, you should take a nap. Get that sleep. I was like, yeah, I should. I was like, I'm gonna sit weird in this chair so that it's comfortable for me to, like, be somewhat horizontal. And then I was like, you know what? No, I've already had my cup of coffee today. I've already had one. Why am I going back to sleep? That is a waste of coffee. So yeah, I wasn't planning on streaming this early, but here we are. Because I just couldn't get this darn idea out of my head, because I really like looking at this background, because it's just, I can't wait to start coloring it in. Because when I do, it's just gonna look so cool. I'm probably gonna take, like, colors from these reference pictures that I've got, like this nice gold color, sort of a rusted green, maybe some hints of vaguely teal gray. And it's just gonna look so cool because I'm really excited because, okay, so rim lights. I've seen artists do it, and it, oh my gosh, I just love looking at it. It's kind of like how with the last image, the Technoblade image, it was just like, I had like highlights and stuff, it was like a reduction highlight kind of thing, I think. If that's not a thing, I'm making it a thing, okay? Where like I would, here, let me give an example. Examples are good. I would do this and then lower opacity and then just, woo, highlights. Totally a highlight, yeah. Imagine that the dude's colored in. And it's just something like that, right? That don't look too bad. But anyway, so like, yeah, I had that. But what I'm so excited for is like, just having him colored in and just being like, yes, highlight. Because it's just, there's just so much potential for it. I love it. Right, anyway, I've gotta, no, I have to finish that, and there we go. Now I add another layer. What am I gonna do for the, like, lower half of the body? Is this dude just gonna be floating? Floating the upper torso? Is that what we're gonna do? Is anybody ever gonna see this darn video? The mysteries of the universe, my dudes. And now I'm wondering, how do I get more people to see this? Because, like, I woke up one day and said, hey, I'm gonna start streaming. I'm gonna get that ball rolling. And so I did. The fact that I've come this far doing stuff, drawing things on stream, is an honest miracle because I have been sticking with this for the past 3 weeks. Mondays and Wednesdays. Early as hell in the morning. For me, anyway. It's very early for me. Usually I get up at about 11. But, so I've got the first part down. This whole, like, consistently streaming thing. Now, how do I get to the next part where I can actually get people here? I'm not worried about retention just yet. I'm worried about trying to communicate to people like, hey, I'm doing this really nifty thing, and I know that I'm probably just like giving myself the worst head start, or the worst starting point ever, by doing this stuff on like a school day at 10 in the morning, where everybody that would possibly be interested in this is probably at school. I know that was probably a bad idea, but I want to know, hey, how do I get more people interested in this? Like, I've got Twitter, sort of. Like, I do, like, Streamlabs allows me to post to Twitter from, like, to say, hey, I'm streaming. But where do I go from here? How do I turn that 0 into like a 5. Because right now I just see... Actually, I really like that image right there. Hold on. I'm going to take a screenshot of that. Yeah, I was watching a video last night. I mean, like, my internet went out at the perfect time. And I like this. I don't like it, but I like it. I like how it looks. I don't like what it means. But my, my internet decided to go at the perfect time for that. I took a screenshot of it. Good stuff, my dudes. But how do I grow? Because the whole point of this channel, the whole point of me streaming is because I want to learn things. I want to get constructive criticism, which is a little tough to do when you got like no viewers at time of streaming and like maybe 4 views at the most at this rate, at this point. A little tough to get constructive criticism, especially when you like only start talking like 40 something minutes in. And that's when you start asking questions that you really do want to get answered. Where do I go? Is anybody ever gonna see this? Is anybody ever gonna hear this? You know, I wasn't planning on being emotional today. I was not planning on that. I wanted to have a fun little stream, but yeah. Self-doubts, gosh darn it. How do I grow? So, who else is ready for Christmas? Am I right? No, holidays in general. I want to figure out how to make animatics. Like, that is a thing that I've been wanting to do for the longest time because I see so many and they're so cool, but I don't know how to, like, sync things up. I'm too broke to get a Skillshare, so there's that. It'd be cool if somebody could sponsor me. That'd be nice. Please give me money. So yeah. Right, I gotta finish that invoice. So I made a logo for my stepdad the other month. And apparently I'm allowed to ask him for money because of it. Which is nice. Yeah. Probably gonna go silent for a few minutes. Yeah, I've thought about promoting some stuff on Discord because there are channels on servers that I'm in that is specifically for promoting your stuff. I just don't feel that I'm ready to get peers that I actually talk to, like on a dang near daily basis, to be looking at my stuff just yet. Like, I know my stuff is good. I have confidence in what I draw. For the most part. There's a few things that are an exception, but for the most part, it's not the stuff that I draw that worries me. It's the fact that I feel like I'm not entertaining, like, at all. Like, I try thinking up all the stuff that's happened in the past week. And I feel like while some of it might be entertaining, it could be delivered better. And yeah. I swear I wasn't planning on being this emotional today. Like, I was thinking about it earlier. I was thinking, you know what? Today's going to be a very happy, upbeat kind of day. Because I am drinking the caramel coffee that usually makes me all sorts of hyper and happy. But now I'm over here just questioning my existence. So, am I successful today? I don't know. Put that there. Excuse me, Void. Can you send me some people to talk to? Hello, 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 hello. Hello, 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 hello. I guess that's the good thing about being alone. I don't have to worry about people seeing my dumbness. But at the same time, I probably should be worried about people seeing my dumbness because, you know, this stuff goes on the internet. And the internet is a very curious place. Okay, but like my mom, here's some stuff that's happened. So, recently a stranger started texting me, and I don't know who they are. I don't think they know who I am. Just this random number from my state just starts texting me. I'm like, okay, that must be Uncle because he got a new phone recently. And I asked him about it. He's like, no, that's not me. I'm like, oh, okay, stranger then. And so and me and the stranger, we just go back and forth sending each other memes and stuff. And then my mom hears about this and she's like, why are you talking to strangers? Don't you know that's dangerous? I'm like, excuse me, ma'am, but do you remember how you met this man that we live with right now? Like, my uncle, cool dude, but like, she met this guy online and he became my math tutor in freshman year of high school. Because he's a math dude, right? Mathy kind of guy. Uncle Mathy. Probably not calling him that ever again. But like, she met this dude online and now he is a housemate. Dude helps with rent. Like, and how did you know that this man was trustworthy? What, just because he was the only seemingly sane one in the lobby at the time? Oh my gosh, she had some horror stories to tell from that. Like, whole experience, like, there were indeed some weirdos. And I agree, there are weirdos on the internet. There are some terrible people out there. And thing is, not all of them are terrible. Just look at that dude that lives in the room right down the hall from mine. And it's just like, I am aware that some people are trash. I am very aware. Now, mother, dearest, how do you expect me to make friends? Because so far, I have met like 3 people at this new apartment place that we're at. 2 of which are my mother's age. One of them I don't really talk to because because I don't see the dude a lot. I don't have much to talk to about him. So it's just like, Mom, what do you want me to do? It's crazy times. Like, these days that we are living in, it's a little tough to go out and make friends, like, on the street and stuff. Because, well, for one, we don't really live in a streety area that has, like, a lot of people walking around. There's a lot of cars everywhere, but people, those I don't really see too much on the sidewalk. Because, like, I walk everywhere, right? Yeah, girl, don't drive just yet. How long am I gonna go for? I want to go for 2.5 hours. Maybe, might just be 2. I don't know. We'll figure it out in an hour or so. Stretch. Oh, yeah. Yeah, by the way, this is absolutely my sketching process. I just make lines and see what works. That actually doesn't look too bad, gosh darn it. Is this how it looks? Booty. You know what? That actually doesn't look half bad. Yeah, so guys, that's my sketching process. Random lines that I hope will work. Like, honestly, so here's the thing. The original sketch was supposed to be somebody in the similar position, but facing front. Thing is, when I was sketching out the idea for it, like, which was, wait, no, not that. This, like, this was supposed to be a front-facing person. But then I realized, oh hey, that don't look like they're facing the front. And so here we are, facing this dude's back. Apparently he's got fire powers now. Gosh. So yeah, that's my process. Honestly, my artistic process, putting that in quotes, it mostly consists of throwing lines onto a paper and seeing what looks pretty alright, and then expanding on that. For example, like, I had no planning for this other than a sketch on a scrap piece of paper. Like, behind a lot of watercolor stuff, because, like, I was messing around with watercolors last night. I'm so happy that I managed to get purple in there, because, like, the watercolors that I've got, there was no purple. I had to mix red and blue. And it looks pretty good, actually. I like that purple. I like the color. But, my gosh. The amount of planning that doesn't exist for any of, like, the stuff that I draw. I was in an art competition back in spring for school, right? And the piece I submitted was, like, Space Goblin. It was really cute. That started off as me not knowing how to make the canvas any smaller at the time. So I just had, like, this tiny little space goblin looking dude just looking up. was really cute. And so I put him on an island, like in the middle of like some water. I'll probably show it on stream next time or something, if I remember. Just kind of looking up at like some space bird, and the amount of planning that went into that was none whatsoever. It was just like, yes, I shall add all the sparkles, which is actually a thing that I do, which, looking at this image, does not look like something I would do. Because like I said before, space villains, add all the sparkles. So yeah, it was an earlier era piece for me. But it looked really nice, and I ended up getting second place, which was really cool. Next year I hope to get first place. Yeah. I think I've improved since then. And I think I'm gonna do, on this picture, so last time I did like a lot of two-tone shading. I think I'm gonna bump that up to like 11. Because I want this to look as awesome as possible. I wonder what would happen if I just stopped talking for like an hour. Would anybody show up then? Is it my voice that just drives people away? No, I don't think that's just going on, because like nobody's here in the first place. Right, so anyway, just gonna, so I think what I'm gonna do is finish up the line art, try and figure out how to draw legs, like properly, not in sketch form. And then I'm just gonna grab some colors from the references and start on the flat colors and maybe do like a couple shading deals. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Because honestly, most of this composition's already done. Like, I've got the background, I've got the foreground, I've got something interesting going on with the flames sort of thing. I actually do have a flame brush, which is pretty snaz. Haven't really used it that much because I haven't really felt the need to. But I don't think this is gonna take too many streams. If I go for like a couple hours, I should probably be done in like 2 or 3. So how about that Dream XD statue, am I right? Gosh, I want to open Discord, but I know that the Discord is on the... Wait, is it? No, I put it on... Did it? Yeah, I put it on the... Okay. Yay. I'm gonna lose it how to do bodies. Yeah, Discord. Bold of you to assume I know. Competitive gaming. Some of our friends, they're going into esports. And I wish them all the best. And they're the best. You know, physics was a thing I wasn't planning on seeing today, but here we are. So it looks like it means where one player winning means another. Alright. talk about. I like how Discord says, "Hey, streamer mode is enabled. Stay safe." That's very nice. That's pleasant. Boop, boop. Yeah. How do I know what bodies look like? Because I barely ever see people on the daily basis. Like, I see my mom and my uncle, and they are very much not of this body type. Like, my mom especially, like, yeah. But, how do I know what people look like? Especially at 1 in the morning. I'm gonna tell my friends that I'm streaming stuff. Maybe they can tell their friends. Gosh, this right arm just looks so wonk. But at the same time, it sort of works. I'm kind of wondering what this mini feed thing is on Streamlabs. Because, like, it says events. And I know I don't have any events, but I'm wondering what it means by events. Alright, so that's where we're at right now. Add in details. Yeah, I am excited to try and introduce my uncle to the idea of the existence of the Dream SMP. I'm wondering, like, what he's gonna do with that information. I don't know if he's gonna try and get into it himself. And if he does, I wish him the best of luck. Because, my gosh, the amount of trauma that's in... the amount of stuff that goes down in that... in that server... Honestly, like, I was watching a thing earlier, and somebody had said, "Hey, y'all need some therapy in the Dream SMP." And it's pretty darn true. Like, are they okay? There have been revolutions all over the place. Destruction of nations. Some betrayal sprinkled in for flavor. And it's just an honest mess in terms of, like, their mental health. And I am a little worried at all that mess. Is that how long a body is? I should probably be worried about my own messes before I worry about theirs. Oh, this looks really cool on the screen capture. Oh my gosh. Ah! Ooh, yeah, maybe I could do like foom. Oh yeah. And I just kind of like, whoo. Oh, this is gonna look so cool. Oh, but I don't want two sources. I don't want different sources of light because then I'd have to do more lighting stuff. Dark energy, there we go. Boom. Problem solved. It's my drawing and I can do what I want. This isn't a fan art of anybody, I don't think, at least. It might turn into one. I'll let you know if it do. But I don't think it will. Because the last one, the Techno one, was not supposed to be a fan art. I think I've said this a few times in previous streams, but it was not supposed to be that. I was not originally trying to draw the Techno blade. It just kind of morphed into it. Alright, not drawing feet because I suck at feet.
Ah, you're happy.
Boop. Boop. Alright, what else should I add? Let's see, let's add the magic on another layer. Yes, I absolutely know what I'm doing. As if. Yeah, so we're gonna go with dark energy because I don't want to deal with any additional. Oh, is my microphone still working? It looks like it is. Ba 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 ba. All right, there we go. Gosh darn it! I had to get rid of my sources. Oh, what? I am a dum-dum. Okay. Now I forgot. Like, I know that I've got a second screen, but I forgot it existed for a second. I was so worried about, oh gosh, what if they see, like, all the tabs that I have open? Yeah, I have my moments. I have my moments of dumb and I have my moments of smart. Alright, so I'm thinking like something kind of like Raven from Teen Titans kind of vibe with the dark energy. Obviously different coloration because we're not going with purple in this. There is. I don't think there's gonna be any purple except for maybe some shading. Boop. Erase that. Alright, I think it might be time to add the colors! Is it time to add the colors? Yeah, it's time to add some color. Woo! Alright, so click here. Boop. Off screen. Alright, let's go. Do you want to go there? There? I want to use from the gears. There's actually a lot of really nice color in this picture. I'll have to pull it over in a bit. Yellow. I want it to be dark. Actually, wait, no. I want it to be something from here. No, I don't. Do I? No, do. This color, how are you? No. Less saturated. How are you? No. Gosh. Less saturation. No, not that much less. Oh. This is one of the worst parts of it. Okay. Discord, help me. Which one? Which one? Anybody in this one? Oh, person. Let's see. Which server? Sea Dog server. Quick! Somebody pick a warm color. Please. I beg of you. No, I'm gonna post this in a couple other servers. Boop. I say a couple other servers, but it's actually just one server. Anybody? This one? There's some people in this, so maybe. Huh. Gosh darn it, I didn't. I didn't finish the album. Darn. There we go. Alright, I'll be right back in about a couple minutes. turn. Has anybody... How do you do bodies? Because I look at them. No, I don't. Alright, so I'm getting yellow. Where else did I post? Scarlet and orange. Much thanks. Yeah, no, I just suck at choosing colors. That's why. Ah, no, not that. No, I didn't mean to put. No, stop, no. Exclamation point. There we go. Thank you. Yay. Alright, great. So, you've got... Probably should have asked them to pick two numbers between 1 and 100. That's what the internet's for. Which one? There we go. You. Number generator. Let's see, max 100. Generate 17. So that's, let's go with saturation being set. 17, okay. And 21. 21. Oh dear, that is a color. That is shade. Alright, let's go with it. Alright. So let me just put my glove back on. So what was I talking about before I left? I don't know. No! Wrong layer! Okay, change brush. Screw you, number generator. I do what I... Right, I forgot I had this. Okay. Not looking. No, I don't want yellow. Do I want green? Maybe I could do green. Pine tree green? Do I like this concept? Oh, I think I like this concept more than warm colors. Ooh. Ooh. I think I like this. Ah, yes. You shall be green. Oh my gosh, yeah, I probably should have realized that. Oh, contrast, and I don't want it to blend in. This boy gotta stand out. Right. Yes. You shall be green. Actually, I really want... Okay, you shush, you shush. Let's see, what do I want to do for this? I was trying to... I drew the elbow in the wrong layer. Here, hold on. One. Yeah, no, just boop. Alright. I am still gonna use Scarlet in this image though. Probably gonna do like details on the jacket. Because, yeah. Oh yeah, I have coffee. Yum. Alright.
Who summons me?
Oh, they're doing karaoke. Am I gonna end the stream for karaoke? No, I'm not. I'm way too invested in this right now. Alright, so. Alright, do that. Like that. And then I'm going to make it more like gray in a second. I'm probably gonna add like, gosh, what am I gonna be adding? First of all, more gray. Oh, let's just get the paintbrush. Okay. Oh yeah, I'm gonna be adding like, what are those things called? It's like rips and tears, dirt and stuff, because pollution is trash. Yeah. Let's add that in there. Yeah, I should probably actually try. You know, I don't think I can really trust the YouTube algorithm in terms of showing people my things like this. Because who's gonna be who? Who is gonna be Like, I got lucky that one time with that one person. Searching up, like, actually searching up, like, live drawing. I got lucky on that one. I should probably actually tell people instead of just hiding this away, because YouTube is a very large place. Like, they just celebrated, or like they're currently celebrating their 1 trillion views on Minecraft stuff. Like, yeah, hold on. Hold on, I should probably tell. Hold you know what? I know I said earlier that, like, I was insecure about all that mess. But you know what? If not now, then when? I do not have permission to send messages in that channel. Gosh darn it. Where do I share it then? How do I get... No. Oh, by the way, I'm streaming. On WoTube. This is just personal friend stuff, but... Alright, yeah, well... Yeah. If they decide to join, cool beans. Yep. Probably won't, because they've got class and stuff, but It's good to let them know, right? Yeah, I really did put myself at a huge disadvantage with, like, streaming at 10 in the morning. That was a dum-dum on my part, but it's the only time where I am home alone, really. Like, Mom comes home at, like, 3. And so I can't stream when she's home. Because she's just gonna either be like,
Why are you talking to yourself? Stop talking, I need to teach. Or I can't concentrate on my work.
because, like, she's got homework. She's got homework to do. Oh, yeah. And now is the fun part of the stream where I start questioning what I'm doing with my life. Yay! Gosh darn it. Little bandana thing though. So I made a bandana thing a couple weeks ago. It was supposed to be like a little neck thing where like, it's just a bandana, you know? Little triangular piece of fabric. I crocheted it, made it myself, very proud. But apparently I think I made it too small. So now it's just an elbow rest for me. Like, it's where I put my elbow while I'm here drawing. Because, my gosh, when that elbow is just like in full contact with the table, it is so uncomfortable. And so, yeah. So yeah, fun times. Mm. Alright, so probably gonna go for another 15 minutes, maybe? Maybe just 20. I don't know. Might as well just stop when I feel like stopping, and I don't feel like stopping right now. I've had 2 cups of coffee. Boo. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, I can work with this. Just choosing random colors and just kind of. Yeah, no. If it's not obvious, I'm a little tired right now. And I'm just letting myself go on this. Nice. Where is my mouse? There it is. B69. Nice. Alright. Let's lower that a bit. Lower that a lot. Go to there. That one. Let's start erasing. Thought I unlocked that. You know, I think I had the idea at one point to start reading stories or like just telling stories while here because and not my own story like mythology type stuff like old histories passed down through generations sort of thing. So you know what? Let's get that ball rolling. Let me find a story to tell. Stories to tell. To tell children. Alright, let's see. Inspirational stories to tell friends. I'm not getting older, I just collect wrinkles. There was a man who lived in the mountain village. He was known because he never argued with anyone. One day, some correspondent who wished to write about this man in the Guinness Book of Records came to him. They had the following conversation. Please, tell me, is it true that you've lived for more than 90 years and never argued with anyone? Yes, it is true. Absolutely with no one? Absolutely with no one at all. Even your wife? Even my wife. Even your children? Even my children. Not once for 90 years? Not once. Not once absolutely with no one. Becoming angry, the correspondent asked. Yes, the old man said quietly. The correspondent started blushing and became irritated. It can't be that you had not argued with anyone for all your life. I had. The old man said apologetically. I don't understand that. Like, correspondent sounds like a jerk. You're just like, hey, it's impossible that you haven't argued with anybody in 9 years. I'm just like, okay, no, it's pretty possible. If you don't talk to anybody, you can't argue with them. Can't argue if you ain't talking. Hey. Alright, what else is there? 200s rented an airplane to get to the distant forest zone. After a couple of weeks, the pilot returned to take them back. After looking at their hunting trophies, he said, the plane won't be able to carry more than one buffalo. You have to leave one of them.
But last year, the pilot agreed to take on board with 2 buffaloes the same size as these, the hunters protested.
The pilot thought about it and said, okay, if it worked last year, it should work this time too. The plane tried to take off with the 2 passengers and 2 buffaloes on board, but it was unable to reach the required height. The plane crashed into the nearest hill. After getting out of the plane wreck, hunters looked around. One of them said to the other, where do you think we are? His pal examined the surroundings and answered, and I think we're about 2 miles south from the place that we've crashed the last time. Ah, jeez.
There lived a lonely old man in the village. In the evenings, the local boys used to play close to his house.
The games were accompanied with loud cries. The old man was done with it, so one evening he invited the boys into his house. He told them how much he likes listening to loud children's voices, and promised to give them each $1 if they promised to come again tomorrow. The boys came and played even more cheerfully and loudly. The old man paid them and promised to pay them again the next time. And the next evening, instead of $1, the boys got 50 cents. On the third evening, the old man only paid them 10 cents and explained he's running out of money. Dear children, he asked, would you agree to come again tomorrow and just play? Extremely disappointed, the boys said they won't come anymore. Is it worth thinking? That's actually pretty smart. That's actually pretty smart, dang.
A mother asked her child, do you know that God was here when you were stealing cookies from the kitchen?
Yes, I do.
And do you know that he was looking at you all this time?
Yes, I do.
And how do you think what he said?
He said, there's nobody here apart from us, so take some cookies for me too.
Oh, that's kind of cute. Alright, but I don't want to tell these stories. Ah, yes, thought catalog. That is a very weird image. In my junior year of high school, this guy asked me on a date. He rented a Redbox movie and made a pizza. We were watching a movie and the oven beeped, so the pizza was done. He looked me dead in the eye and said, this is the worst part. I then watched this boy open the oven, pull the pizza out with his bare hands, rack and all, screaming at the top of his lungs. We never had a second date. You know, I saw a comic based on that. It was a JoJo comic. Except it was with Narancia and Trish. Alright, next story. The fake report card. I failed the first quarter of a class in middle school, so I made a fake report card. Did this every quarter that year. I forgot that they mail home the end of the year cards, and my mom got it before I could intercept with my fake. She was pissed at the school for their error. The teacher had also retired that year, and I had already thrown out his records, so they had to take my mother's proof, which was the fake ones I made throughout the year, and correct the mistake. Oh, that is some luck. I swear, if I had done that, and my mom got this mess, oh gosh, that would not have worked for me. My mother would instantly be like, yeah, no, something's wrong with you. Alright, all the fish. That is... Alright. I went to this girl's party the week after she beat the snot out of my friend. While everyone was getting trashed, I went around putting tuna inside all the curtain rods. And so, like, weeks went by, they couldn't figure out why the house smelled like festering death. They caught me through this video where the guys at the party were singing Beyonce while I was in the background with a can of tuna. Oh wow, that's... Dang. How to win at video games. When I was little, I would go on Nickelodeon.com all the time. They had this game similar to Club Penguin, except it was called Nicktropolis. And if you forgot your password, the security question you could choose was, what's your eye color? If you get it right, they tell you your password. So I'd go to popular locations in Nicktropolis, write down random usernames who were also in those areas, and I would log out and type in the username as if it were my own to see which of these usernames had a security question set to what is your eye color, which was most of them since it was easy and we're all kids. I would try to either brown, blue, or green and always get in. I would go to their house, send all of their furniture and decorations to my own accounts. And if I didn't want it, I could sell it for money. Jeez! Oh my gosh, and this is a child doing this. Ah. My whole class once got detention because I drew a penis with a glue stick on the whiteboard, and when the teacher went to wipe off the board, all the fluff came off and stuck to the glue. Never got in trouble for it because my whole class found it too funny to tell the teacher it was me. Oh, I like that story. Oh gosh, never let me into, like... Actually, no, please let me into an actual classroom. I don't like being an online student.
It's so boring and I can't remember things.
Alright. The day my teacher stole my headphones. During my sophomore year of high school, we were doing silent work, and my history teacher said that we could listen to music, but if it was too loud, he'd break our headphones. So I'm doing my work quietly with my music on low, and this obnoxious kid sitting next to me had his music really loud. I could hear it over my music, but ignored it. My teacher thought it was me. So he comes up to me, ripped my brand new Apple headphones, looking ruthless. He suddenly realized it was the guy next to me and was completely embarrassed. He came back the next day with a new pair and an apology note taped to them. Wouldn't look me in the face. No! I spilled the coffee! I stirred it. I had so much sugar in that. Gosh darn it. All the gosh darns. Do I have any fabric I can use? Oh gosh, can you guys still hear me? Can you hear me? Ba-da-da-da-da-da. So, I have several issues with these headphones that I'm wearing, that I'm using. Mainly that they're like 5 years old, and therefore are very much not in proper working order anymore. So, like, I have issues watching videos and stuff because I have to get them in just the right position for it to work. And it's just like, alright, is this the right way? Is this the right way? Is this the right way? Don't you just love when you forget how to drink things? Like, some days I'll be drinking water and I'll just, like, totally miss my mouth. And it just goes all over my face. It is a delightful time for everybody involved, believe me. Alright, got the coffee out. Fortunately, it did not stain my sweater. I actually really like this sweater because it was my grandfather's sweater. And it's a very nice sweater. It shrunk in the washing machine once, so that kind of sucks. There it is. So, in 8th grade, I used to read during class a lot. At the time, I was reading an Artemis Fowl book. Oh, I like those. And for some reason, I had 2 copies of the same book. So one day in my English class, we were reading this other book, which I had already finished reading a few days earlier. I was reading my own book, and it was finally my turn to read. I had no idea where we were. So the teacher took my book away. I found my spot, read the part, and passed it to the next person to start reading. So after I read my part, I took out my second copy of Artemis and picked up right where I left off. Skip a few minutes ahead, gets back to my turn to read, and again I don't know where we are. So the teacher takes a look at me, sees the book in my hands, and back to her desk, obviously confused for a second, but shrugs it off knowing it's me that we're dealing with. I've caused similar problems like this before. Takes my second book and puts it on her desk and makes me read my part. Now, my friend that sat 2 chairs down from me was also reading Artemis at the same time as me, and with a quick look to him, he knew exactly what I was planning. He took it out, passed it over without hesitation. I opened to a random spot and just pretended like I was reading. At this point, it was just a mess with my teacher. So skip forward again. The teacher sees me with the same book again, and is like, how many of these do you have? Ah, yes. Vague, FYI. Anyway, so they're like, how many of these do you have? And I'm like, enough. She took away that book too. Now at this point, I was out of books and the rest of my class knew it, but the teacher didn't know I was out. So she continued with her lesson, and a friend of mine took 2 of her books and switched out 2 of the Artemis books on her desk to make them look like they were still there. Passed the books slowly around the room, one at a time, till they were back to me. And I took one out, opened to a random spot, and just kept it open, waiting to get caught. I signaled to a few people in the class, and they started laughing. The teacher looked at what they were laughing at and saw me with yet another book. She looked at her desk where there were seemingly 3 Artemis books and saw me with a 4th. So she took it, walked back to her desk, put it down, turned around, and saw me with the 2nd book that got taken back on my desk. The teacher thought she was going to win this game, but she underestimated my teamwork with my classmates. So the second she came over me to take the seemingly 5th book, another classmate took back the other 2 books from her desk and split them up, sending one to me one way and the other another way. Teacher was very flustered and laughing hysterically at this point. There was no more teacher. Where's my dog going? Nani? I'm reading. Why do you leave me? Nani, come back.
Nani, come back.
Come back, lay down.
Come lay down. Come here. My tiny dog that usually lays under my desk just left. Nani, come here.
Come on. There we go. So anyway, there wasn't any more teaching going on, right? So the entire class was also going absolutely nuts trying to see who would win. It was just like a game of, how many books does this 1/8 grader have? And so at the end of class, she thought she took like 11 books from me. I decided to end the game there. And I was like, yeah, here's what's actually happening. I already read the first book and all that I had already read the first book and all the teamwork that was going on. We were both laughing and making jokes. In the end, she agreed to let me read my own books as long as I kept track of the actual book we were reading. Maybe I just asked the person next to me to tell me when it's my turn and point out my spot to read. Alright, that was the story. And, what the heck, you bot? Oh my gosh. What if somebody uses the word bot as an insult in the future? Is that ever gonna be a thing? Oh, I really like... I like how that shading's going. Alright. Guess that's what we're doing now. Okay, so I was looking up the other day why the bot. Also, we've been streaming for 2 hours. And we've got 1 comment. That is bot. What's Discord saying? Who summons me? Oh, that's nice. Alright. So, yeah. Let's see. Can you still hear me? Looks like you can. Yay! I think I might just start reading stories. My favorite teacher. One time in 6th grade, we were at recess, and while I was running to my friends, I just so happened to kick a huge rock. Please keep in mind, I was wearing flip-flops, so this hurt like hell. Without thinking, I shouted at the top of my lungs, "Mother Trucker!" And with my glorious luck, my math teacher was sitting at the bench right beside me. Then took me inside to, what I thought was going to be yelling at me. But he just couldn't stop laughing and sent me back outside with a literal candy bar. Still my favorite teacher. What? Okay. So, this one time in chemistry class, while the teacher was talking, this guy, asked real loud, "Yo, does anybody got any lotion?" This teacher stopped talking, and, some girl gave him some hand lotion, right? So this guy, he starts to slowly rub the lotion on his face. We're all just watching him like, "Dude, what the hell are you doing?" And the teacher goes, "Guy, what you doing?" And he was like, "Yo, I forgot to moisturize this morning." And just puts even more on his face. So the teacher asked him to go outside and finish moisturizing because, a little bit of a distraction. And after about 10 minutes, he still hasn't come back in. So somebody opens the door to check on him. He's like, 10 minutes, moisturizing, hello. And it looks like he's still smearing lotion all over his face. He comes back in and hands the girl her lotion back, and he's just used up half of it. Now we call him Lotion Boy.
I never got to eat my Pringles.
Okay, so this was in 4th grade. I was in this class with, the dumbest kids ever. Here's the backstory. So, my parents usually pack me a fruit or a snack. But today, they packed me, half the leftover Pringles from the day before, because, it's in that cylinder container, easy to carry around. So, I was really excited, because, I love Pringles. They're Pringles. But when recess came around, so I could take my Pringles and go eat it outside, they weren't in my bag. I started looking around trying to find them. I called the teacher, and she tries to find them, and she can't either. Then this thought comes to my mind. What if Moira stole it? Oh, dang. Moira was this one girl in my class that was, literally always wore this purple princess dress that should be classified as a bad Halloween costume, and was known for being a little rude. So, being the judgmental 9-10-year-old I was, I straight out concluded she must have stolen my gosh darn Pringles. I just told my teacher, "Yo, that sucks. I'll just go out for recess." It was just Pringles. Being a little angel. So I stomp out of class and start looking for this chick. I'm talking checking areas, finding witnesses, wasting my time. After 10 minutes, I find a group of these kids crowded at the side of one of the portable classrooms. I go over to see what it is. These kids were eating Pringles. Barbecue Pringles.
my Pringles.
I start raging and, like, I smack the Pringles out of these kids' hands. I start ripping people away from the source. And in the middle of all of these kids sat the smuggest looking Moira with my Pringles. I look all mad and rip the empty container out of her hands. And by now even she knows what's up. She gone. I would've slapped her. But a supervisor saw and ran over. She had to apologize, and I was forced to accept her apology. And I never got to eat my Pringles. To this day, I'm sure she's, like, scared of me. Like, at least just a little bit. And I would like to, like, emphasize this is just, like, some random story I found on Google. Because, you know, stories are interesting. Not my life. I'm actually more interested in the stories on here than in my own day-to-day life, which is a little sad, but good reading practice. I was actually at my doctor's the other day. This one's my story. No, not the other day. It was yesterday. And I was like, hey, doc, I have a trash memory. How do I fix that? And she's like, read. Do some memory exercises. But above all, do a lot of reading. So I think this counts, right? This counts. Right? Right? Oh yeah. I should probably get some water. I haven't had any. I've had 2 cups of coffee today. But water I've had none. Let me just finish this cup and Oh, it's already done. Okay, great. I'm gonna go grab some water real quick. I'll be right back.
In the meantime, please take a look at my picture. It looks very nice.
Boop. Alright, I'm back. So, I feel like I should probably mention, but I think I'm gonna be going on a road trip in a couple weeks. Hey, Mom was saying something about heading over to Alabama right after Christmas. So, I might not be streaming the 27th or the 29th. I might be. Maybe. Possibly. But if I do, then it's probably just gonna be like a 30-minute thing. Maybe an hour. It depends. Depends. So yeah, I just felt like that was somewhat important to mention. For whatever reason. I mean, it's not like anybody's gonna be here. Hello. The void. Let's see, how long am I willing to go on this? Let's go for another 20 minutes. I want to get to like 2.5 hours. Alright. Why my parents can't take me seriously. So this one time I was home alone and it was about dinner time, so I was like, yo, let's eat some food. Honestly, I can't relate to that. If I am hungry, I will just be like, yes, let us eat. and then proceed to not do anything for the next 5 hours. And then just be curious as to why I'm in pain. So, anyway, so I opened the freezer, I looked around, and I found chicken nuggets. It looked like chicken nuggets. It was in an unopened plastic bag, and it didn't really have any cooking instructions. So I was like, alright, maybe parents threw away the box for box tops or something. And I called my mom and asked how long and what temperature to cook chicken nuggets. She told me both of them. I laid out about 20 on a tray, stuck it in the oven, setting the timer. Hold up, what? Setting the timer before I walked out of the kitchen. When it was almost time to get my chicken nuggets, I walked into a cinnamon-scented kitchen. Oh dear. I searched all over the kitchen, trying to find the cinnamon scent, leading me to the oven. Decided to turn on the oven light to see if my mom stuck some cookies in the oven and forgot to bake them. Oh no. But instead I find that the tray my chicken nuggets were on has cookies on it instead. As I'm trying to process what just happened, I hear the front door open and my mom shout delightedly,
Ooh, what's that smell?
She walks into the kitchen and catches my confused expression. That's when the spark ignited and she realized exactly what had happened. Somehow, in some form, I had accidentally baked snickerdoodles. And that is why my parents can never take my cooking seriously. Oh my gosh. Do you ever just hey, I'm hungry, I should make these chicken nuggets, and it turns out to be just cookies. Oh my gosh, I know that I'm occasionally trash at cooking, but jeez, bud. I mean, it sounds like something I might do, but dang. Alright, jellyfish fiasco. That looks fun. So when I was 9, I went to this aquarium thing, and it was a pretty amusing trip. But I saw, these jellyfish without any tentacles floating around in the water. I was like, ooh, nice. Next day of school, teacher asked us what we'd done over the weekend. Now, normally I never raise my hand, but I did this time. I did it this one time. The worst possible time. So I raised my hand, and everybody was shocked to see my hand up in the air. So the teacher said, yeah? After confirming the fact that I had raised my hand, she picked me. And I was like, I saw this jellyfish in the... Oh no. Oh no. I saw this jellyfish in the aquarium. I thought it was really cool because it didn't have any testicles. Oh dear. Classroom just emerged with so much laughter. And I had no clue what was going on, so I was like, bro, what's going on? I was asking my friend, well, it's so funny. And I was and even the teacher was laughing, and I was going, what the hell? So eventually my friend explained to me. It took about 2 hours of convincing. And then I was pretty darn embarrassed. But the thing is, this frickin' teacher then asked me if she could tell this to the other teachers. And that's the story of how I switched schools. Whew. That was alright. I was not expecting... Oh my gosh, I've actually done something similar. You know what? Somebody else had their story on... So, I too was a child once. Also about 9. And I had watched SpongeBob. Right? As children do. Oh gosh, I really hope nobody comes in on this. You know what? No, I'm not gonna tell the story. Ha. I have the right to not tell a story. Ha ha. It'll probably get out there someday. Somehow, some way, it'll get there someday. That was a nice little rhyme. Alright, anyway, next story.
8th grade games.
So when I was in 8th grade, science class was one of the most boring hours of my life. Everybody would play games on their computers. We would like use them to take notes usually, but we'd play them real sneaky, like volume down, looking at the board so it looks like you're taking notes. I wasn't one for playing games during class, but I was so bored. So I searched up Pac-Man on Google and just started playing. I didn't know what else to play. So I started playing, and just my luck, I didn't check how high my volume was. And it was all the way up. I started panicking because these game noises were extremely loud. I just kept playing. I kept playing and got eaten by a ghost almost after I pressed the start button. My hands were shaking like crazy. My strict science teacher just looked me dead in the eye. My gosh, that has happened to me a few times in class. Well, not really a few times. I was a pretty good kid, but like there were some days. Well, I mean, no, I can't. No, that's not. Okay, so there were some times where I would be listening to a video because in my English class in middle school. Yeah, middle school. 420, funny number. In middle school, we had these we had computers as well. We usually used them for like writing essays, doing nation states, because we had to like deal with we had a dystopian/utopian analysis at one point. And so we got to listen to music, and I think there were a couple times where I forgot to plug in my headphones, like all the way. And at the time I was going through my metal band emo phase sort of thing, which honestly you couldn't really tell all too easily on that unless you like heard the music, because at school we always had to like wear uniforms, as one do. And for some reason I had like the habit of wearing suits to school. Like the uniform consists of like a blue or white polo shirt, khaki pants, right? And I had this one long sleeve white polo shirt that I would sometimes wear, and I had a beige blazer that I still don't really remember where I got from, and I had a khaki tie, so I would wear shush. So I would wear that sometimes. I already watered the Christmas tree, so ha! So, yeah, I would wear a suit to school, so it wasn't really. So I think I was just passing as the teacher's pet kind of person. My gosh, if I were to go back in time and see my middle school self, I would slap myself. I had such a stick up my butt at that time. Oh, gosh. Anyway, so yeah, there were probably a couple times where like this loud metal just start playing. I was just like, oh gosh, stop. So yeah, that was fun. Right, okay, stories. 5th grade teacher. In 5th grade, my teacher loathed me. She would do anything to make me cry and sent me to the principal's office every single chance. Don't believe me? I'm left-handed, so still to this day I get my hands confused. On this particular day, we were doing the Pledge of Allegiance, and I put my left hand to my chest. It's supposed to be your right hand over your heart. She got mad and telling me that I wasn't being patriotic, and sent me to the principal's office. Principal and I were pretty good buds at this point, so I told her why I was being sent back to her office again. She laughed and laughed. I didn't find it funny at all. I mean, all the kids in my school thought that I was a delinquent, so they didn't want to be my friend. My principal wrote on the back of my hands, L and R. What I didn't realize was that she wrote L on my right hand and R on my left hand. She did the same to hers. Then she walked me back to the classroom,
made our whole class redo the pledge with our right hand, with me leading the class, and it was one of the happiest moments of my elementary experience. That's sweet. That's really sweet. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I remember when I was younger, I tried learning how to write with my left hand because I was like, hey, it would be cool if I could write my name with both hands all at once. And so I got that ball rolling. And I don't think I really went anywhere with it. Yeah, it was just a fun little exercise that I did to, avoid doing homework. Wrinkles. I really like this blue color for the yeah. Right. Anyway, Alright. Alright, sporting goods. So I've got this health teacher who's really insane about exercise. Like, this woman has done Ironman triathlons and talks about going to the YMCA at 5 in the morning. She's insane. So basically, we have this project to pick a health goal to do for a month, and it's just things like drinking more water, or doing squats. For that, you need some motivation. So we were talking about physical things to reward ourselves with. She decided to tell us about her sporting goods fetish, where she goes into a store and buys a bunch of gear like they were books. In the middle of this, she suddenly goes, I really like dicks. Realizing what she just said, she turned red and in a more quiet voice goes, please don't tell your parents. I think she was talking about like Dick's Sporting Goods. But okay. How bugs feel. When I was about 5 or 6, my mom and my stepdad bought my sister and I some bikes for Easter. That was nice. After church, they were like, hey, do you want to learn how to ride them? I was like, duh. So I finally gotten the hang of it. I was riding around in a circle, showing off, and my mom was like, say cheese. So I look over at her for a second, and I ram into a car at full speed. A parked car that I didn't see, like, even at all. So I just rammed into this car, and I fell off my bike, and I was crying, and all I could think of is, this is how bugs feel when they're flying around, living life, and then splat. Looking back, I can now understand that was my first existential crisis. There she is. Okay. Alright. So, I've always had these super vivid dreams, right? And it takes me a while after waking up to realize that they're not real. Sometimes it's a disappointment, but usually I just forget about it and move on. Now, in 6th grade, I had this one really close friend who I never actually got into a fight with. One night, I had a really vivid dream where my friend and I had this huge falling out. My gosh. You bots, you give me this little glimmer of hope in my chest, and then it's just Vasavtek. How dare you? So anyway, I had this really vivid dream where my friend and I got in a huge fight, or something I can't even remember. So I was really good at holding grudges because I was not a forgiving child. So about 3 weeks, I completely ignored my friend in anger, to the point where she started crying in front of the teacher, and he asked what was going on. Of course, as I'm telling the story, I'm beginning to realize that the events were just super weird and it was all a dream. I go quiet and just look at my friend who's still really upset and doesn't know what to say. And I don't know what to say because I just messed up so bad. Oh. I really hope they were okay at the end. Gosh. The fact that they didn't put an ending to that, rude. Alright, so we're gonna go for about 3 more minutes. Gosh, I want to get the shading done at least. But yeah, I really like how this jacket is turning out. Honestly, I wish I had this jacket because it looks so snazz. It just looks like so chaotic and I love it. Oh shoots, I gotta... Really? Do I not have... Okay, let's see, where's purple? This one. I really like this fluorescent color. There we go. And do that. Go there. And then do that. There. Boop, boop, beep. There. Perfect. Alright. There we go. I think we've got something of a thumbnail for next time. So I'm just gonna keep going on with the jacket portion until I finish with it. Until time runs out, really. Time isn't gonna run out, really, but I've got chores to do. People to talk to, chores to do. I say people to talk to like I actually have friends outside. Wait, no, I do have friends. I do have friends. It's just that I haven't seen them in forever. Anyway, let me rephrase that. I say talk to friends as though I have physical friends outside of Discord. Like, I do have physical friends outside of Discord, but, like, the closest one is, like, 15 miles away, and I don't drive yet. So, a little bit of an issue trying to, arrange meetups. I actually am probably gonna see her, like, this weekend, though, because we're gonna be in the same city, and it's gonna be great. Anyway, so let me just get this under the cuff. Boop, boop, boop. Boop, 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 boop. Anyway, so if anybody does end up watching 2.5 hours of me drawing random things, not really random, there's something of a plan now, and just rambling to the void that you people are at this point, please comment on things. Please give me likes. I would like validation from the internet, please. And if you like the stuff, please do it. Subscribe. It free. You don't have to give me money for that. It good. And it make me feel better about life and what I'm doing, so that I'm not questioning myself too much. Anyway, so today's Wednesday, so I'll be back on Monday. Yeah, I'll be back to streaming on Monday, as I do. I would stream on Fridays, but Mom comes home early on Fridays, so that's a little risky.